Hey guys, welcome to this section. In this section, we're going to go over user input and we're going to go also a little bit over typecasting. So let's get to it. So in the previous section, we learned about variables and we learned about console.writeLine. And then this is the way to write to our console. And now to get user input, we're going to do console.readLine. And this will get input from the user. So I'm going to put it here in a comment, input, or I can just say input, and this is output. All right, so with that in mind, let's write some stuff here. So let's ask the user to enter your name, say. So now what we're going to do is we want to use this function, read line. So we're going to do console.readLine. Okay, so if we run this, it says enter your name. So I'm going to enter my name and hit enter. And that's it. So now we have the option to actually type something to the console. So this is pretty cool. So let's save that response. So whenever the user types something, let's store it. So let's store in this variable called name. Since we say enter your name, let's store in a variable called name. And let's respond with your name is, and then we put the name. And if we run this now, we're going to see how it says enter your name. I enter my name, and it says your name is Asiel in my case. And what is happening right now is that we're getting the user's input and we're storing it in this variable, and then that's what we're putting out again as output to the console. So now next, let's get, say, our age. So let's close this. Let's do console.writeLine, enter your age. Okay, so I'm going to put age equals console.readLine. And as you type this, you're going to realize that this thing is showing a red line. And if you read right here in the bottom, it says cannot implicitly convert type string to int. What does this mean? So basically, the readLine function gets a string. So it gets text from the user. So you cannot assign string to an integer variable, right? Because that will go, that will cross boundaries. So what we have to do is we'll have to parse our response from the user, so our input from the user. So say we get, let's change this right here for the moment. And let's say this is string input. Now it's happy. So if we console writeLine this thing and we say your age is, and we pass it input, it's going to work, right? Let's run it. Your name, then I want to enter my age, and it says your age is 27. But we don't have the age as an integer, right? And that will be the ideal case, is to have as an integer. So there are ways to parse between types of variables. So I'm going to show you how to parse from string to integer. That's what we're about to do. So let's do int age. Let's create this variable, and we're going to set it equals to, we cannot set it equal to input because if we do this, it's going to say the same thing, right? It's going to say cannot implicitly convert type string to integer. So what we got to do is we got to do convert that to int32. And this way, what this is doing is it's converting this string coming in to an integer, and then it's assigning it to h. Now we can go ahead and display h. And if we run this, we get our answer. So let's go back now to the code and let's simplify a little bit. So we are doing two steps. We are reading from the, so we're getting the user input and we are storing it right here in this input variable. And then we're using that input variable to parse the value and just store it in our h. So let's get rid of this. And since input is just equals to this thing, what we can do is we can put that inside there. That way we have one less variable to look at. Let's run it again, make sure it's working. So, and it works. So this convert class has different methods to parse things, and I can show you some. So if you do convert that and then you start typing 2, you're going to see a lot of methods pop up. For example, to character, we can have something like that. Say, what else is here? There's double, so we can have like something like that. What else? Say to Boolean. We can have like false. And actually, let's test this one. So let's set a variable right here. My Boolean. And let's do a console write line here. All right, so let's run this. So, okay, so it shows false. Cool. So this is a good stopping point for a little challenge. So I want to challenge you to make a program where you ask the user to enter their favorite letter, and then you will ask them to enter their favorite number, and after that you're gonna say your favorite letter is whatever the user typed, and your favorite number is whatever the user typed. I will start typing the code, so if you want to pause the video now and take the challenge, go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so I want to start working on this. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff, and I'm going to ask the user to enter your favorite letter. So I'm going to get a character. I'm going to say fav letter. And I know I'll have to convert the output, so I'm going to say convert to character, and then this will be console.readLine to get the input from the user, and I'm going to store it in favorite letter. I'm not going to output it just yet. I'm going to ask the user to enter your favorite number. Since I don't know if the favorite number from the user has decimal places or not, I'm going to go for a double. Favorite number. convert that to double. Console.read line. Okay, so at the end, I'm gonna say console, your favorite letter is, I'm gonna say favorite letter, and your favorite number is, and I'm gonna put the favorite number. All right, so let's run it. Let's see how it goes. Enter your favorite letter is, for me, I think it's A, and my favorite number is 5. And it says your favorite letter is A and your favorite number is 5. Cool. Do not get discouraged if you couldn't complete this exercise. We have been learning a lot of stuff, so you just got to give yourself a little bit of time, and I encourage you to keep practicing and keep learning as much as you can. If you got to go back and rewatch some of this stuff, do it, but keep at it. So with this, we have reached the end of this section. I encourage you guys to keep practicing more, try different examples. I know you're gonna have like questions, and feel free to leave it in the comments and I will try to address them as soon as I can. And also, if other people can just reply to these questions, that's cool too. This is supposed to be like a community where we're helping each other out. On the next section, we're gonna be talking about operators. So I'll see you guys in the next one.